So at this point, does anybody have a question that they would like to ask? Yes.
When you're doing a show like Wicked and it takes so much out of you, what do you do to really relax?
What do I do to relax when I'm doing a show like Wicked? Well, I am a big bedazzler. I love to bedazzle. I have my own technique. I don't use the bedazzler as seen on TV. That's a piece of crap. True story. Yeah, I hate the bedazzler. I threw it right out of my trailer. I also watch shows like American Justice, When Animals Attack, I Shouldn't Have Survived, I Was Born with Three Heads.
Intervention.
I mean, I'm a freak. That's what relaxes me.
Fantastic.
I read.
Yes, in the back. Paul's going to back with the microphone.
Hi, Kristin. I was just curious. I really loved you in Pushing Daisies, and I wanted to know, how did you react when you found out that the show was canceled?
First of all, thank you very much. What's weird about the ending of Pushing Daisies is when we were filming our 13th episode before Christmas, we had a month break, and we didn't know we were canceled. We'd heard we were maybe canceled, but we didn't get the official yes or no. We got what I call the slow no, which is not necessarily no yet. So we didn't know whether we were supposed to say goodbye or we'll see you in a month. We also didn't really have a wrap-up for the characters, and that's very frustrating. It's like almost getting to the climax and then not. I mean, that's not actually what I meant, but you know what I mean? Like I shouldn't have used that word. But almost getting like, well, you know, I'm going to stop. I'm going to shut up with that. Anyway, I was devastated. I'm still in mourning. I don't know what America wants. I do. They want reality TV. I'm honored that I was in something that was very critically acclaimed, and I would rather be in something like Pushing Daisies than something that's going to be on the air for 8 years, but I'd be bored out of my mind, you know? So I should have worn black today. I'm still very sad. But in my mind, the characters will live on, and Olive Snook eventually will find her love.
And this is Olive Snook's book.
Yes, here it is.
Yes, right there, right in the middle, yes. Well, let's get the microphone coming over to you.
Hi, Kristin.
Hi.
Okay, so you know how you kind of have a distinguished voice or whatever?
Very well put.
Distinct voice? Okay, well, I want to know when you were growing up, like when friends or teachers like made fun of you, how you dealt with that and how it affected you? Because that happens.
I know. And by the way, that makes you special, so never change it. Well, certainly, I have trouble on the phone trying to order flowers. I have trouble trying to get through to an operator. My voice is so high. I can be like, number 9. Number 9. I'm sorry, we can't understand what you're saying. Number 9. It's very frustrating to deal with people on the phone. They think that they want to know where your mom is. I have embraced this voice that I've been given. I won't lie to you, I've worked on my speaking voice a lot, because naturally I really want to talk up here with no breath and just kind of like relax, and that's how I talk. But I really do have to take care of it and speak correctly for my singing. When I was growing up, I did get teased, but I was teased because I was 4'11", and people always wanted to pick me up.
I actually do.
He does pick me up, but I don't mind it when you do. But you know, my mom would always say to me, those things that make you different are what make you unique and special in this world, so embrace them. And that's what I always try to tell people, no matter what it is. I mean, Bette Midler was told by her voice teacher, you will never, ever make it. You will never be a good enough singer, ever. Skip 2. Those are the stories that I like. So.
And there's a question right over there, yeah?
First of all, my husband and I saw you on Monday.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much for coming.
I wanted to ask you about, I've heard a bit,
She's so cute.
She wants the mic.
She wants the mic.
she's a natural. I've heard a bit about your stance on gay marriage, and there's been
Oh, the mic's not working. You want to come a little closer, just as we can hear you?
It's a
No. We'll repeat it. No, it's not working. Yeah, go ahead.
Got it? Okay, we have a mic.
Thank
So
you.
the question is how Kristin reconciles her faith with her stance on gay marriage and her support of gay marriage.
Thank you for asking that question. Growing up in Oklahoma, we had a kid across the street that everybody tormented. And he was in my brother's class, and I was like, Mark, why do they torture him? And he was like, I think because he's gay. And I said, are you nice to him? And he goes, yeah, he hasn't done anything to me. I like him fine. I think he's a nice guy. When I had a girl, Jackie Bell, in my class. Nobody would have anything to do. They called her a big dyke and all these things. I grew up in the Bible Belt, where it's a sin if you're gay. And for some reason, I gravitate towards people that are singled out for being different. And when I went to college, I met my very best friend, Denny, who was gay, and as well a person of faith. And I saw his struggles, and he was like, I'm going to go to hell. I've got to, And I saw him really struggle, and finally we just came to the conclusion that that's the way God made him. I said, I just don't think God makes mistakes. If I'm 4'11", and that was a sin, what would I do? What would I do? I can't stretch myself. I can't become taller for a day and pretend that I'm 4'11". That I don't feel the need to justify it with my faith anymore. I know that I am a Christian. I know that there's a lot of Christians who disagree with me. I know that they say I'm justifying it for my lifestyle. I personally don't think God makes mistakes, and I think that people should be able to marry who they love, no matter if they're gay or straight, and that's what I believe.
I have to add, speaking as a gay person who married his partner of 10 years last year, I personally applaud your stance and really appreciate it. So thank you.
Thank you. You know,
for all you've done and said in public.
And that was a sad day for me that I wasn't there with you guys, because I know.
But the sheets were beautiful.
Well, I
Thank
gave you the best sheets I could find. I also wanted to add to that question. Never once did I ever think I was going to be the girl to become this, not spokesperson, but that this would ever come up. I never set out to be like that person, but I do believe God gives each of us different gifts and purposes in this world, and I think one of my purposes in this world is to show people that there are Christians that do not accept what most Christians think. Does that make sense? There are people out there who believe that you're not going to hell for this or that or la 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 la.